What's going on, y'all? Stizzy here with Master Detective Archives Raincoat Plus, and we are beginning with this exciting pause screen. I know it's absolutely scintillating, but that's because I didn't want to spoil anything. Because now we're entering the mystery labyrinth of the Nail Man, so we could figure out who the true culprit is. So let's dive into it. Now, the outside still looks pretty similar to the first one. It's got the patchwork elephants and the golden gilded skulls.
Where am I? Um, uh... What should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
Halara? Let me explain. And that's how this...
Now that's how I met your mother.
...involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte. I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this. Who are you? I refuse to think you're just a trainee detective.
To be honest, this isn't my ability.
Before you continue, tell me, who is that woman beside you?
Her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the Mystery Labyrinth.
That's me! I'm also Master Scary Cute Mentor.
On to my next question.
You're just gonna ignore me?
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that around town. Why are you investigating that case?
Huh? What are you talking about? We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
The Nailman? We were pursuing that case... together?
She lose her memory?
You don't remember? There was a young boy who wanted to hire a detective and you turned him down.
I do remember you received a request from a child about some case, and you ended up seeking my help.
Is this so she can't spoil who the killer is?
5,500,800 yen.
No, she remembers
I
that.
don't remember the exact amount.
But I can't remember what the case involved. I do vaguely recall investigating something. My mind is clouded. I don't remember exactly what was being investigated or what was discovered.
Could that be...
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth. The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away. Though, if you have a pact with me, you wouldn't be affected. But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth's defense mechanism, then. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth, to have a significant level of security.
Yep, totally not strange at all. Halara here sure is smart.
Halara.
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people random nicknames.
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
Supporting role?
As long as we're in here, I will act as your assistant. Well, that's the same as our original agreement.
That means we can't rely on Halara's detective skills to blast through this dungeon. That's unfortunate, but it's still nice to have an ally.
Hey, Master, before we head into the Mystery Labyrinth, let's do that thing.
Huh? What thing?
Not now, woman.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Yeah. I am.
Oh, I thought you meant the other thing. Barf.
This world is just full of surprises. I assume that sword is used to cut down enemies interfering with your progress through the Mystery Labyrinth.
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
I better materialize the solution keys I got during the investigation, too. That was a lot. Here you go.
Do you have to vomit them out every time?
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
Yes.
Sorry, please don't mind her.
Alright, we're all set. Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
She could pull them out of their ears or snort them out of her nose. Anything. But... oh well. Rainbow sparkle vomit is quite funny.
I understand that progressing through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth. But what happens to us if we can't find it?
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
What? You tell me this now?
Oh, what?
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind. Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth, and you vanish entirely. In other words, you die.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago!
Now relax, quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway. Isn't that right, Hellara?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
You're taking this awfully well, Hellara.
So is there going to be a timer in the corner? Or something? Or what? Or is that just some, like, arbitrary little bit of info?
What's this?
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes. I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
Oh, I see.
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
I guess it's a good place to start. Aren't you going to check the scene of the clock tower first? Let's go once you're ready.
Let's solve this thing!
The clock tower crime scene is the 4th locked room. Let's hurry, Master. Alright. The 4th it is.
Are you going to the 4th locked room?
Oh, she's still twitching. Yes, I am.
this is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost die. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
The fourth locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the Nailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Yeah, there were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that Nailman guy from the urban legend.
Hence the Nailman killings. From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well. I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This is the third floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is a locked room mystery.
Now, is this how the crime scene looked right after the murder, or when Yuma discovered it?
Aren't we stuck in here too? Oh no! Master! We're trapped unless you solve this mystery! Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out! You better hurry!
Hey!
You can put that away. Hello? You was probably thinking, can I just prick a finger?
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
Where did the culprit flee from?
Surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
Where did the culprit flee from? Oh, do I pick the location? He went through the sky! Mistake! Ow. Okay, better not mess around.
There's nothing on the ceiling.
Right. Then I guess the ceiling had nothing to do with it.
Gotta be the shutter.
Here. It has to be here. The culprit must have escaped through the window.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed. It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down, and once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way!
Right, let's try it.
The cues won't let us.
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Seth, you've let yourself go.
Peacekeeper?
It's a mystery phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here, this high up? If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Pull me back! Pull me back! Pull harder, women! Nope, they're coming too.
Hey, don't drag me down with you.
We can't leave the guests behind! simple.
Dealing with continuous attacks. Press the correct button when you think you have the correct answer to the questions the Mystery Phantom throws at you.
This might be a little tough for you, Master.
Attacks are gonna keep coming, but be careful. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults. Okay, so I have to destroy some. Press the... Okay, yeah, just gotta press the correct button as they appear.
Yuma, the Mystery Labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so.
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the answer with your own eyes. Try to remember.
Master, concentrate!
What did the culprit use to escape from the high location? Burnt remains is... No.
No, I can't dodge it.
Nope, not that one. That's where he escaped from.
Master, concentrate!
Must be it.
I can say, must be the rope, yeah.
That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window.
What traces did using the rope leave behind? What floor shutter? No, not that. No, it's not what floor either. Yeah. Did they... Were some of the nails bent in the clock tower one? Marks, yeah, it did leave marks under the two dolls.
The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it. The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails have been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window. Unless you've had special training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you.
What were the rope's burnt remains originally? Oh, it was,
Don't worry.
it was rope ladder, yeah.
You. In spirit, anyway.
I hope that's... Oh, okay, yeah, we're destroying it. It's like, is he shooting us or what? Ugh. You could have floated back in anytime soon, you got me.
We're alive, I think.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Come on! Are you two just gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get out of this locked room!
Right.
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape.
How do you get that? How do you pull it off
The case
when you're all the way back down on the ground?
Was this found in the church's incinerator?
That's right. It didn't concern me at the time, but it makes sense now. The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom... It would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
Interesting.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for trading you.
Should've known.
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it? That doesn't change our verdict at all. The watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom, kill the mystery phantom blocking your path.
Yeah!
It's battle time. We're just gonna. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are we gonna battle in the hall or we're gonna go in the arena? Clock tower, fear of heights. Clock tower, door key.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is.
Yeah, the watchmaker had a fear of
The
heights.
watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
That is indisputable.
He was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime.
Oh,
Just as
dang
you
it! I meant the duck.
deduced, he created that locked room.
No, not that one. Damn it.
Safe.
Locked room was created, right? I don't think you can refute that. And he's supposed to be afraid of heights. Like, we wouldn't be able to escape like that. Yeah.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. Clear who the culprit is.
The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
Let's fast forward.
The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime.
Just as you deduced, he
No, that's the wrong fucking button. God damn it.
Safe.
These
Deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. He committed the crime. After committing the crime. Just as you deduced, he created the locked room.
and escaped via the rope ladder.
Alright. Yeah, that's the one. God, I've taken a lot of hits. Just in the first room, not even the first area.
The watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man. Damn you!
Honestly, even though that's
These mystery phantoms trying to cover up the case, right?
even though that's true, that might not be enough evidence to
Means
clear
the
his name.
peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
But yeah, what she
I
said.
don't know why, but it's clear the peacekeepers are involved with this case.
They just want to pin it on the clockmaker.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
Right.
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
She's right, Yuma. You gotta get your situation under control.
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Hellara. So, nope, you can't use the solution blade.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened. Let's return to the case. Assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
I do. Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit. I think I understand the reason why now. That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn?
Crow meet Raven. Oh, I thought we'd be back in the forest.
I see.
I see, you solve mysteries like this to progress your way through the labyrinth.
Wow.
You catch on quick, Halara. I'm only now getting the hang of things. It may look peculiar at first, but the structure is exceedingly logical. It's easy to understand. That's amazing, Halara. Blush.
You know,
I wonder what lies ahead. There's always a chest at the end of a labyrinth. I'm sure you'll find some treasure. I'd rather get information about the case than treasure. I would go with the treasure anytime.
Hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Get out! A new solution key!
Persons with access to incinerator, only clergy members have access to the incinerator. I'm surprised that wasn't a solution key already, because that seems like was a pretty big clue.
We're back to the original spot.
So, we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one by one to gather clues about the culprit. Which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case. I'm starting to understand how the Mystery Labyrinth operates.
You learn fast. Unlike a certain master I know.
If you're so impressed,
Shut
why don't
up,
you
you.
just sign a pact with Halara?
Yeah.
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't ya?
Oh, and you're not?
Not.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Right.
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. What do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
Let's see.
I don't know if I have one I'm particularly confident about, but I figure since we started with the most recent one, we just kind of went in order. I think that's the order I'm gonna take it in.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing. Are you going to the first locked room?
Yes, I am, creepy doll. Go below.
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place. Trapped in a cramped room with these two. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, okay.
I apologize for Shinigami. She's always like that. Where did the culprit flee from?
This is where I used Halara Halara's forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious.
Spot selection. Okay. Oh, I can turn it all the way around here. Well, it's another locked room, and there wasn't really any evidence from the around the door that suggests that they left that way, although I think, like a lot of the other rooms, the lock was busted, but the door was secure. It's got to be the vent, because it is big enough for a regular-sized person.
Here. I know. What about the vent?
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it. When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
Ah! Get it back in there.
How ludicrous. You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Master, poke him full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course.
What does that mean?
Sounds good to me. She means make some fairways and sand traps and maybe a dog leg. Secret club, door key, nails beneath vent.
How ludicrous. Used the vent. That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed. There's no foothold to use to reach it. No one could get out through the vent.
Right.
Yeah, that air vent was pretty high up. I bet you couldn't reach it even if you were 3 meters tall. But that air vent is the only way the culprit could have escaped the locked room. Was there anything they could have used to make up the height difference? Let's check the solution keys.
How ludicrous.
Let's see. There's a key, room key inside the glass of the counter. I don't know if that's got anything to... Some nails beneath the vent were bent downwards. Oh, yes, yeah. Of course, yeah.
They use the vent.
They used the vent.
That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there.
Even if the cover
Was removed.
Oop, too high.
there's no foothold to use to reach it.
Slash through this mystery. Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent. The weight caused the nails to bend.
Egads, I think he has it.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's kind of annoying.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent. Did you find that out using my post-cognition?
Yeah. Without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. I'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
Just gotta Climb over the dead body. That's me watching myself through the frame.
The Mystery Labyrinth. Such a bizarre place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one, kinda.
There is?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
And that is...
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway.
5 Toblerone bars.
Never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
Got it.
I'm sure that won't come up again later. Let's see.
That's...
Maybe there's a solution key like the one from before. Should be. I wonder what kind of key it is. I can't wait. If it's like before, there should be a solution key here. It'll reveal the perpetrator of the crime at the secret club. Once you obtain it, you should check it thoroughly.
There it is! Another treasure!
Let me open it this time.
So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll? Oh, that's me!
I don't know. Yuma may win against amongst the ladies. Thin person. Only someone with a slender build could have used the nails as footing or escaped from the vent.
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Someone thin.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble. And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
So the culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down the possibilities quite nicely.
Keep it up, Master! This is all thanks to my training.
It's assuming there's only one nail man. There goes Pt.1.
Alright, let's keep going and solve the remaining locked rooms.
We'll turn this forest to ash in no time. But that'll have to wait, because this one, yeah, it's getting about near the 40-minute mark, so I probably could have time for another one, but I think I'll just leave the next two for the next episode. And maybe something, you know, whatever happens after that might be able to fit in. Plus, it's getting kind of late here. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I think I'm going to grab something to bite here. But yeah, so we have solved 2 of the locked rooms, and there's 2 to go. And the more we solve, the more clues we get, and it becomes easier to narrow down the list of possible suspects. And we're starting to get an idea of like who it could be, but I don't know. I keep wondering if there might be multiple murders, but that might just, maybe it's just because there's several, you know, at least 4 suspects, but who knows? Probably just going to be one person, but you got to keep your mind open to any possibility when it comes to these wacky murder mysteries. So, but we'll find out. And till next time, I thank you for joining me as usual, and hope to see y'all again. Until then, y'all take care.